Hi students, this is a quick overview tutorial of what this ratio exhibit draft is and how to use it. So I need you to think of this just as a guideline. This is just a brainstorm to organize your thoughts. It is supplemental to the guidelines that are in this PowerPoint that we looked through already in class, where it has the guidelines, it has the expectations for each slide, and it has these two sample pieces. So I'm going to use these sample pieces to explain the plan. So the type of piece, you just need to circle which one of these it is, which category. The visual component is going back to what is your artwork going to be, quote unquote artwork. So is it going to be a picture? Is it going to be this proportion? So if this was my piece in my plan, I don't need to actually put the picture here. I just need a short explanation of what it is. I will have a picture of a tree and its shadow and a picture of myself and my shadow. It doesn't need to be more than that. You could also just sketch. If you printed this, you could just sketch a tiny drawing of what it's going to look like. It's just an idea. In this column here that says math required to set up and solve the problem, that's the actual math you're doing. So if we look at the first example I had, yeah, I went to the grocery store and took pictures where the unit rate is already shown, but in my math I had to prove this. I had to justify this math. So I had to find the unit rate based on the information I had, and I did that with division. So when you look at my math, it is using division. If I look at the proportion one, I actually set up and solved the proportion using cross products. So here I had cross products. I did the multiplication and the division to find the missing value. So to the best of your ability, you need to show in this column what math is required for your particular art piece. You have to prove or justify how it relates to ratios. And then this last column of explanation, again, going back to the example, we're looking at these requirements. You need to have a short explanation describing how your real-world piece uses rational or proportional thinking. The basic idea is, how does this explain ratios or proportions? So in my example, ratios or proportions are helpful here because the unit rate tells you the better deal. Okay, it doesn't need to be more complicated than that. Unit rate shows you the better deal. When I'm explaining this one, saying like this is a way to measure things that are taller using indirect measurement, using proportions. If I know my two pieces of information, I can easily find the missing piece of information in the larger object, whatever it is. So again, think of this as a rough draft. It doesn't need to be perfect. This is just a planning page to plan out your thoughts. And there's space for the 4, 1, 2, again 3, 4 that you're going to do on your own. The proportion one with Dr. Varesh and the scale art is not included in this. So this is really just a planning guide, and think of it as like a rough draft. So we will be reviewing this to make sure you're on the right track before you do your final one. So don't stress about it too much, but I hope that helps you better explain this organizer. It's just an organizer for your thoughts. Alrighty, bye.